The hotel opened in 1913. It was a stop for travelers as well as salesmen, and its location right next to the railroad meant it was the perfect location. You see, Dickson was a hub for trade, and the trains that ran through town were a big reason for that. And with the Hotel Halbrook being so close, it was the place to be.
The traveling salesmen used this hotel. They could set up in one of the front rooms to sell their wares to the public. The merchants could come in and place orders for their stores. Yeah, there was a lot going on in this building.
Today, you won't find a no vacancy sign outside, and the rooms aren't for rent. However, some are convinced that those rooms are still occupied, and not by the living.
Right here, the adult size handprint was right about here, and then we had a little child handprint up here probably about a few minutes later down in this area.
Mike Sears is used to experiencing paranormal activity. In fact, he's investigated more than 200 haunted locations nationwide. But when he started working at the museum in 2009, he never realized how many run-ins he'd have.
This stairs and the other main stairs, if you're coming up real heavy with your feet, we have a female that will yell at you, pick up your feet if you're, coming up, stomping like this if you're coming up.
He says he's even had an experience with what could be former Tennessee Governor Frank Clement, who used to live in the building.
I asked, can you tell me your last name? And I have clear as day, a man replies the last name Clement.
But to catch these voices and communicate, sometimes you have to have the right equipment. And Sears is always prepared.
We were sitting here doing a session in this room, and we had a full 30-minute communication session with one of the meters that I have. And what we asked it to do was blink once for no and twice for yes.
Can you make it beep again?
Married.
Thank you.
We had responses of yes and no where it would blink twice for yes and once for no in this location.
But what's drawing these spirits to the hotel? Sears says there's a lot of energy with the railroads still running close by, but they can be drawn to places for other reasons as well.
Most of it is linked to the past history. There's usually some type of trauma, or we found out that individuals from the past have an attachment to the location. It had a big meaning in their life.
Either way, Sears says these hotel guests who forgot to check out aren't here to hurt anyone.
Nothing that I feel that's negative that anybody needs to be fearing or scared here.
In Dickson, Brent Ramadna, News 2.